What's up everyone again? Okay, part 3 is going to be quite a quick one. It's just a rough thing on how to sand your 2K primer, in case you don't know. So, I've given it 48 hours to dry. Usually the longer you leave it, the easier it will be to dry. In the end, I mixed up quite a bit of primer, so I probably put like 10 coats on, so 3 coats if you're just going to scuff it back, but yeah, it's not going to hurt you putting more on. So I've pretty much 320'd it. I've just got a couple more bits to do, but it's all sanded. I fixed that guard there. That was way better now, that line. Yeah, so let's give you a quick pointer. The easiest way, if you don't know how to sand primer down mint, is to put like a guide coat of some sort on there. I've just used some black stuff I've had lying around and I just speckled it on there. It's in a spray can. It's actually zinc, but it's sweet. So this will help you sand your surface nice and even. So yeah, that's what you got to do. So then you get your 320. You can use 240, but 320 if you're going to be on your finishing. And then when you sand it, once you sand it, it'll give you a few idea of what's left, and it'll just end up being smoother. How to describe it? Yeah, so you won't have any uneven bits in the primer from where it's been sprayed. So that's your best way to do it if you don't know how to do it. And when you're sanding, try and sand, if you're using a normal sander or your hand, try go with the shape of your panel. And if you're sanding by hand, try and use your whole hand, and you're sanding in the palm. It's kind of tricky to describe, but see, I'll hold it like that. It's just so you don't get finger marks. So don't push on your fingers on it. Try and use your palm. It'll just be way easier. Or else you'll just end up, funny enough, putting grooves in the primer, and then when you paint it, you kind of, if you know what you're looking for, you'll see these like little ripples, and they'll be from your fingertips. So yeah. So I'll just do these, and then just decide if I'm going to put a wet on wet on that. I might put a wet on wet so I can show you how to wet on wet primer. It's a dodgy little trick you can do. A few people do it. I don't like doing it on big jobs, but little stuff it's fine, because then I can put the paint straight over it. So yeah, I've just got to do that one. I can't have much lighting there, so I've done that so I can be sure where it is. And also just prepping my wheels up. They're going to get painted as well. These, yeah, I've got this idea how they're going to look. It's just trying to avoid, I'm going to try and do them without masking out the separate colours. So that's going to be tricky. But yeah, it could involve, so I'll use a spray gun, and also I will use the airbrush most likely, because in here is going to be a different colour, and I don't want to mask anything. So it's another little trick I'm going to probably show you guys. Another thing of masking, so I've used fine line, and then you lay your tape on, etc. But just remember, when you're sanding fine line, you can see this, you don't want that there, you want it all like that. Why, you may ask? Well, because it'll actually lift once you clear coat it. So you've got to actually sand hard up inside there. So the less shiny stuff in there, the better. So yes, see, I've got all that to still do. It's going to be a pain. It's just so when you know, the layers of paint you're going to start putting on, it'll actually sit on this tape. Then if you don't know how to peel this tape off properly, you'll peel off down here and end up with grooves. But if it happens, I'll also show you little funky tricks you can do to disguise it. So yeah, this is part 3. Stay tuned for part 4. It is definitely going to be laying paint down. I'm just waiting for some paint to turn up today, because I need a bit that's going to be a different colour. I need to get that painted and mask it out before I put my base colour down. So base colour will be put on, some other colour I'm going to do, and then airbrush time. Yeah! So yeah, cheers for watching, and stay tuned for what I have planned to airbrush on here. But cheers, man. Take care. Peace out. Choo.